Hello? Is this on?
Just the screaming alone.
Is this on? Hey everybody, welcome to Funny Strange Live. I'm Stefan.
I'm Lori.
And today we're going to talk about 5 psycho actors who never should have worked again.
I think I talk about this quite a lot, where someone just scares the bejesus out of you.
Yep.
And then when you see them again in a regular show, like an episodic, you're like, oh, no. No,
you've haunted my
scared
dreams.
me.
Yep.
I had a bad dream with you in it.
All right, so let's get on to number 5. Number 5, Kathy Bates in Misery.
Although she did just play another psycho in American Horror Story.
It's still, the psycho thing's still working for her, but she doesn't just play psychos. And by all rights,
it's true.
From that performance, would she put that 2x4 between
I couldn't even watch
James
that whole
Caan's
movie.
legs?
I couldn't even finish that movie.
It's like, it was, yeah.
It's like, it's in their eyes or something. Like, they're psycho, and you're like, oh my God.
I totally
Oh my God, they're really psycho.
Now let's get on to an interesting number 4, Christian Bale in American Psycho. Now, it doesn't just begin and end with his role in American Psycho.
I have other reasons for thinking this.
Enumerate.
The reason I think he's psycho is because he gains and loses weight apparently for no good reason. Like, he does this voluntarily for movie roles. He's like your go-to guy.
And then there's the weird Batman voice.
And nobody ever says anything about the weird Batman voice. It's probably because he's psycho. Right?
It's like, can't really understand what you're saying.
Nobody knows what you're saying.
It needs
so
subtitles.
I guess what we're saying is he's working even though he played a psycho convincingly, but we think he kind of is.
He's working, but I think in American Hustle, I think he got away with doing sort of a Peter Falk impression. I mean,
Mrs.
really
Columbo's gonna kill me.
Mrs. Columbo's gonna kill me. She's cooking veal tonight. It's absolutely my favorite. All right, let's move on to number 3. No surprise, Michael Madsen played one of the scariest roles in all of cinema history when he played Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs in 1992. He cuts a cop's ear off.
I finally got through that whole scene, but I was like,
you gotta watch it through your fingers.
I couldn't even.
Yeah.
I couldn't even.
I mean, and they still pan away, but then they come back and he's literally
just the screaming.
Holding the ear, and he's like, hello, is this on?
Just the screaming alone.
Is this on? He was fantastic. I will never listen to Steelers Wheel the same way again. And I don't think anybody who's seen that film will either, right?
Horrible. Terrible.
Stuck in the middle with you. Number 2, and this one is a wild card. This was an actor named Michael Weston. He played David's kidnapper on 6 Feet Under. If you've ever watched the show, that was the episode that actually made my father stop watching 6 Feet Under. It was so out of left field and so terrifying, and the kid was so unbelievable.
You remember that episode where he kidnaps David and then takes him on like a joyride around Los Angeles and then makes him smoke crack and then he poops in an alley. It's a horrible episode.
And by the end of it, he's poured gasoline over David, who is begging for his life. And then later in other episodes, David goes to confront the kid in the jail saying, why did you do that? And the kid's clearly checked out. That actor was too convincing. He's also been on Psych.
Still
as a
castable,
regular.
yeah.
He's been on House. He's been on SVU. He still works amazingly because it was one of the most terrifying
Although SVU,
portrayals.
come on, you could still be a psycho if you're on SVU.
That's true. And of course, number 1, we need no introduction to this. Drum roll, Ted Levine, who played Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs.
I write about this quite a bit.
Get in the van.
Get in the van.
Get in the van.
What size are you?
It puts lotion on its
I have
skin.
written extensively about Ted Levine on my blog, Funny Strange, and somebody who knows him has written in to say like, oh, Ted's a really nice guy. He lives in Ojai. He like eats organic fruit or something. And I'm like, I don't care. He's Buffalo Bill to me.
He just had a part on the show The Bridge.
Oh, that's right.
He was a regular on Monk, and he tucked his penis between his legs on film. He still works. I don't know how he did it, but my hat's off to you, Ted Levine.
Hilarious.
That's fantastic. Maker of Bad Dreams, Ted Levine, still working in Hollywood. Good on you, man. Those are 5 celebrities who have rehabbed their careers somehow after playing absolute psychos.
And also, get in the van.
Get in the van.